sound like I need the beat. I can feel the bass, I can feel the heat. I can sing along, I can shout and scream. I can feel it taking over me. Ooh la la la, ooh la la la. Hey, hey, ooh la la la, ooh la la la. Hey, hey, ooh la la la, ooh la la la. Hey, 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 hey. I hear it calling for me.
Hi, thanks for watching my video today. I am Sherry Ashenbrenner with parkbench.com. I'm the local sponsor for the Puyallup and South Hill area. And I am here today at Salon-ish with Katelyn Corrado.
Yay.
Hi, Katelyn. How are you?
Great.
Thank you for joining.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're just going to start off with some questions. So what inspired you to start Salon-ish and why such a unique name?
My inspiration for Salon-ish, I graduated in aesthetics, focusing on lashes and skincare. And you know, you're my OG client. I started my skincare and lash business in my home, and it just started to beautifully snowball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, referrals were referring, you know, other
when
people.
You're that good, yeah.
And so it was time to expand. And truthfully, the Salon-ish name was really unique to me in high school. A friend and I came up with a clothing line. It was ish, it was everyone and all people in between. And it just stuck with me through my aesthetic school, through cosmetics, and it just felt right when I had the opportunity to put a sign up in my salon.
Yeah, I love it. I feel like I see Salon-ish all over the place. Ish, ish, ish. It feels like a mantra has kind of started with that. Like, yes. What does that mean? What does ish mean to like everyday life, work?
Well, I think it's crazy because you start to realize how much you use it,
mm-hmm.
right? And even in our handbook, you know, we use the terms, you know, be there 4-ish, 5-ish. I want my hair reddish, bluish. You know, we use it a lot day to day. But here, as a brand and as a culture, we use it really to encompass all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to really be able to service to all skin types, all hair types, all people, and really portray and create a feeling in people when they come in that they're welcome and that they're loved and it's a safe space. Mm-hmm. And that's super important. And I feel like even though I didn't necessarily start with that in mind when I created the Salon-ish brand, it's really morphed into a really beautiful way to, I don't know, explain that we're accepting and
yeah.
come one,
you
all.
Don't have to fit into a square to
yeah,
be here.
absolutely.
Everybody's welcome. I love that.
Yeah.
So Salon-ish has grown from, like you said, lashes, skincare. When I first started coming here, there was just a little spot, and now you have the sanctuary and the platform. Tell me a little bit about what is the platform? Like, what do they do there?
So the platform is our event space, and we created it honestly for ourselves to have education, to have team meetings, to bring in our vendors and brands to be able to really do industry focused education. Mm-hmm. But over the years, especially since 2020 and all of the adjustments that had to be made, it's been a really cool space to just welcome community and rent it out for as simple as a baby shower, as big as Santa being here. You know, it's really cool because it gives kind of a space to just really be a platform for any type of event.
Yeah, and what I love is the style that you bring like throughout. The aesthetic that you bring throughout is so you. It's so like different and so funky, and it just means that everybody's welcome and it's fun to be weird.
Yeah.
If you had a product or a service that you swore by here, what would that be?
I have always had just a intense love for cosmetics. That's really why I went to aesthetic school. It's what I thought I would do, even when I graduated with my aesthetics license. So when I was in school, someone demoed lash extensions, and it was, 15 years ago.
Mhm.
Nobody knew what that was. It was a really tedious process that you really had to explain to people what the service was. And I feel like that's kind of been not only like my craft, but the way that the brand has grown too. We were one of the first in the area to put lash studio on a sign,
Mhm.
and we were still having to explain it. And now today it's so cool because,
Yeah.
whether it's your mom or your sister or your cousin, someone's had them, done them. No, it's really cool to have seen it grow.
Yes, I would walk down the street and have somebody ask me where I got my lashes done
Yeah.
every day.
Yes.
I love it. So what made you decide that downtown Puyallup, you're like right in the heart of the city, right on the main streets, Stewart and Meridian. So what made you decide that this was the location?
I feel like, truth be told, and I think a lot of people can resonate with, there isn't always a plan. And once I outgrew my room in my home, I was just kind of on the hunt, and I found this cute little room in this cute little downtown salon. And within 6 months, I had the opportunity to take it over, make the purchase of that salon, rename it, rebrand, and just kind of change the trajectory of that business. And so it wasn't part of the plan, but here we are.
Sometimes the plans happen for you.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of like giving back to the community and bringing the community in. Like, what is your favorite thing that you do that kind of gives back or brings the community together?
Gosh.
So many things.
So many things. I do feel like the brand and the success of the salon, and even just building my own clientele, is like rooted in Puyallup, doing Meeker Days or being at the farmer's market when we were just starting, years 1 through 3, right? Like, it was right when Instagram was starting and Facebook was, only for college students. So it was just a really different time. So kind of in this 13-year span, I feel like we've really leaned into giving back to women and moms that are simply in need, whether that's beauty products. We do different partnerships with Walker High School for holidays and cheer. So I don't know, it's a variety. It's hard for me to choose just one avenue, but I do feel like that is what lights me up.
Yeah.
It's what I definitely am called to do. And I do feel like as Salon-ish grows as a brand, I have more opportunity. The team has grown. The brand has grown. So we have more opportunity to give back.
I love that. You probably don't remember this, but there was a time that I was in need
Yes.
a long time ago, having a couple of kids that I couldn't afford come into my life suddenly. And one day there was just clothes and diapers and all these things from everybody at the salon. And that really meant a lot, when you're in need. Okay, so a couple of fun things. So let's see. If you could go back to any era and bring back some sort of style, some sort of trend, what era would it be and what would you bring back?
Well, from my school days, I learned that the cat eyeliner came from Cleopatra and she was using like charcoal. But I feel like even whether it's eyeliner or honestly lashes, that dark lash line is my jam.
Yeah.
So I do feel like that. And even like Amy Winehouse, she was always like a heavy liner gal. And I feel like we're transitioning into a nice natural phase, and it'll always change and ebb and flow. But man, I love that really accentuated eye.
Yeah. I mean, if you see me up close, I usually have a cat eye of some sort.
Yeah.
So if you could give advice to anybody that's starting a salon, a business, anything like that, what would you say to them?
I feel like it feels so wildly intense in the beginning. And I feel like it is so hard with the pressures of social media, the way that people make these quick reels or TikTok videos that make it seem so simple. I feel like you really have to be in the long-term game. And anything you do, any partnerships, anyone that you align yourself with, do the research, do the legwork to make sure that they align with you and your beliefs and who you are as a human. because long term you want to partner with those people and you don't want to get yourself into a situation where you're like, oh my gosh, that's not really my people.
Yeah.
So spending the time to dig a little deeper, I think, is huge. I think in the beginning of any business, you just want to grind and make all these connections, and it's so important, but long term you want it to be connections that will last and be fruitful for each other.
Yes, we live in such an instant gratification society that if it's not working right away, we're done with it.
Right.
So I think that's really important. So tell me just a couple of services that you offer here, because I know you guys have lots of new stuff that you offer now. So what kind of stuff do they do here?
So you mentioned the Sanctuary. That's our newest space since 2020. So we do massage, skincare. We have 2 nurse injectors in there doing IV hydration, Botox, lip injections, all the works. So that's a pretty cool collab for sure. And then, of course, we do lash extensions, any type of hair removal, sugar and wax, spray tan, and nails, which is new to us this past year. So that's really exciting. And then all things hair. So
just all things beautiful.
Color, extensions. We got you.
Okay, I love it. Okay, tell them where they can find you, social media-wise, website, things like that.
So the Salon-ish is our Instagram, and that's where we post all of our openings, specials, and then you can subscribe at our website, which is simply salonish.com, to receive our newsletters and any updates there. And of course, the phone. You can always give us a call to book, but all of our booking and stuff is online too. So it's super simple.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thank you for doing this today.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Of course.